Hey guys, let's talk about Adobe Substance 3D Sampler. So this is the home screen you can see here. And so let's start from scratch. We don't have any project and we want to create a project. So hit the project. Okay. So now you can see we have a mesh here. So yeah, we will talk about different material and mesh later. But before that, let me show you user interface. Let's talk about user interface. So first of all, let's talk about the application menu bar. So here we don't have really fancy stuff like you can find the file. So here you can create a new project. You can bring your project. You can open a recent project. And yeah, if you already created a material or maybe you are working on a project, then you can go here and hit save. You can, if you want to save in another folder, you can go for save as. So these are some options under file menu. Then in edit, we have this undo redo. We can use shortcut keys also. And yeah, this is really good. In under window, we have reset to default layout, which is really, really important. Suppose I move this layer panel from here, and yeah, I don't have the the default layout here. Okay, I don't have that property here. So what I can do, I can go to window and I can say reset to default layout. Okay? And now you can see I have similar layout again. Okay. Next thing you can find help. Like here we have a lot of tutorials. And you can see information related to sampler, like we are using version 5. But yeah, maybe you have older like 4. So you can check from here. And yeah, so this is all about our application menu bar. Now let's talk about this left side bar. So here first we have this plus sign. So this is like if you wanna import something. So this left side if you wanna import something, this right side like if you wanna export something. Okay. So here you can bring your assets, like I import something, I can bring my assets. Um, yeah, and even I can browse 3D assets from here. Remember, we talked about community assets and substance 3D assets. So you can browse those assets from here also. And even when you are working in a layer here in layer panel, at that time also you can bring something in layer stack also. So this is like if you wanna bring something in sampler. Second, we have quick actions. So quick actions, like it's recently they added, like maybe recently you did something and you use some tools, you can find that here. Okay. Next we have Pro. Yeah, these are some tools. So we don't have anything here. We will talk about these later. Yes, but before that, let me create a new material so we can talk about these tools. Yeah. So now we have new material. We can add more. We can duplicate. We can rename or we can delete. Okay. The same way you can do right click and you can rename. Here also you can access the same options. Okay. So suppose I want to create a fabric, you can just write down name, or maybe you created a specific fabric like that name, or so you can specify that also. Yeah. And also, yeah, you can create a new environment light if you want, but we have some default in this. and I usually use those, but definitely you can create your own environment light also. Okay, so let's apply a material on this. So we can see these crop and stem clone options, like how we can use these. Okay, but I will not go in depth, but yeah, just I want to show you material and oh yeah, sorry, assets. And here I can go for starter material and let me let me bring this material. And now I can use the crop tool. And yeah, can you see like in layer panel we have a new layer. Yeah. And now we can go for crop. Like you can hit this and now you can use this crop tool. You can take a smaller sample. Yeah. And same way you can change perspective, you can transform. And yeah, we will use these tools also, but now just an introduction. We have clone stem. Usually we can find clone stem in our Photoshop, but here also we have, and we will use this tool. Next, yeah, let me delete this for now. Uh, yeah, let's continue. And here we have like they incorporated AI. We can create a different pattern texture using this. Now you need to agree to generate different textures, pattern. Okay. And next we have shader setting. So in shader setting, you can reduce a height level, like you can see it's a lesser, it's more prominent height. Um, we can increase a normal scale. Like yeah, you can see our maps here, like normal map. Yeah, and then you can toggle it from here. Next we have let me this, and this is new. Yeah, they added this. I can include this, and so this is all about our left sidebar. Now let's come to right sidebar. At right side, we have the exposed parameters. So now you can't see any exposed parameter, but let me go here if I can show you this option. Okay, so in properties, if you have a material here, you can see like we have a this thumb pin. Okay, so if you click on that, it will appear here. Like this is the fabric roughness, right? Property. And now in expose parameter, we have that fabric roughness property. And also suppose we want to expose this. And can you see like we have a blue dot here and the same blue dot we have here. So this way then we can export different parameters. Next we have physical size. So physical size, like suppose you scanned a fabric or you have a physical fabric and you have measurement, you can enter here. Yeah, so we will do yeah in our classes. We will bring some physical samples and we will capture them, and then we will use this option physical size, like uh, yeah. And then we have metadata, like first you can think whatever name we have here. Then you can write down short description, You can uh, write down your name. Like maybe I want to add Saharan, and yeah, you can change date. So, and even you can add some tags related to this fabric. If you know the physical dimensions, you can provide those also. So they are really good. You can add metadata for your created material. Yeah, so we can do that. Next, we have export. Yeah, we can export our fabric after finishing it. Um, we can directly send to a 3D stager, 3D painter, a 3D designer. But if you don't want to send or you don't want to open in these software, you can go for export as. Okay. And here, like if you want to change name, you can change location. So these are some general setting, but we have some advanced settings also setting. So here, suppose export as a SBSAR file. So in that case, you can see these options like I wanna fast, I wanna auto. You can adjust resolution, like I wanna really high resolution, and you can choose your channels. Suppose I wanna export for Flow 3D, like I wanna PNG files and for Flow, and here like I can add this, or I can remove. Yeah, I don't need opacity maybe. Yeah, so it's up to you how many channels you want for your final use. Yeah. And after doing this, you can just hit export. And now you can see, yeah, I already exported this. Yeah. So this is about our right side bar. Now let's talk about this side, like the assets. Okay. So we have asset library here. We have all library. In our library, you can find all the assets, and then we have starter assets. So here you can find just starter assets, so you can start your work, and then you can access your assets. So your assets, like maybe you have some material, pictures, some filters, texture generators. So you can add from here, and then you can find them under your assets. Our library materials, and you can see we have several material here. Next thing we want to talk about um, our 2D and 3D uh, viewport. So now you can see we have 3D and 2D both. But if you want to see only 3D, you can go here, and I can see I have 3D view here. You can go for 2D only. You can go for both. Yeah. And even you can switch you can switch to horizontal display. You can swap 2D and 3D. You can come back to 2D and 3D. Vertical. No, now both 2D and 3D. Oh, let me swap again. So yeah, it's up to you. Um, you want a 3D or 2D. Yeah. And now let's talk about navigation. So for navigation, you can find some shortcut keys here. Like suppose you wanna do zoom in and zoom out. For that, you can use mouse wheel. If you wanna rotate camera, you can press and hold Alt key and left click on your mouse. Uh, Oops, sorry, left click on your mouse, and this way you can rotate camera. And if you wanna pan, you can press and hold Alt key and your middle mouse button, and this way you can pan. And if you want to rotate environment light, you can press and hold Shift key, and with right key on your mouse, you can rotate your environment light. Um, so, but yeah, definitely. So these are the some shortcut keys you can find here. And we have this option here. Suppose you are working here and you want to take a snapshot, you can do it here. And now maybe I want to save in a different folder here. I can give a name and say save. And yeah, even if you wanna bring this snapshot to Adobe Photoshop, so in that case you can copy snapshot to clipboard from here, and then you can move and you can copy. And so these are some options we can use here. And yeah, in 2D window we have these maps, normal, roughness, metallic. So we can use them from here. And yeah, in the 3D in 3D view, we have first we have camera. So you can say it's front, right, left, bottom. Okay. So you can use this, and yeah, you can change field of view. Field of view. Usually I keep 55. That yeah, it's up to you how much you want. Maybe you want to change back color. You can do that also here. Yeah. So this is camera. Then we have mesh. So suppose you don't wanna make a fabric. You wanna make something else. You can go for cube or maybe a flat sheet or yeah, this one. So we can get different mesh from here. Material, like you can change text. Uh, Default is rough, but yeah, you can go for reflective. And here we can change styling also. Like suppose I wanna 4, and can you see? We have now, you can see it's reducing the texture. We can rotate, we can offset. Okay? So definitely we can use these for different material. Yeah, displacement quality. So here you can reduce height. Can you see? It's affecting our height map. Yeah. So, and even displacement quality, you can try this. Then we have different light, different environments. So we have some inside or indoor environment. We have some studio, some outdoor environment. And yeah, you can bring your own here. We can rotate the environment. Yeah. You can change intensity. And yeah, we can turn on shadow also. Can you see? It's working. And even we can turn on ground plane. Let me change my light. I wanna black soft. Yeah, like yeah. I like this one, Studio 06. This is my favorite one. And now let's come to layers. Layers panel. So in layers panel, you can see we have this Georgette material layer here, but yeah, we can add some more layers. We can add some filter. Like, let me make it tile maybe. Okay, and if you don't want that filter, you can just delete it. Yeah. And yeah, you can rename, you can flatten, like maybe you this like usually we do in Adobe Photoshop, like maybe we have 4 or 5 layers and we want to flatten them, like we want to just one. Okay? So we can do that also. And yeah, we have this one material. Let me add one more. So you can see we have different blending options. So here, like we can blend, yeah, these two materials. And yeah, here we have property. So property panel, it's totally different for each material, I can say, for filter, texture. Yeah, so you will find different options here. So what I have this material. For this I have different preset here. I can change fabric color from here. And yeah, I can change fabric roughness. So I can tweak these properties if I wanna tweak them. So I think we talk about the user interface. And yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.